Good morning, all. Thank you all for coming for today's event and patiently being here. We are expecting the industry minister to join any moment, so we request you to please stay with us for another 10 minutes. Thank you.
Respected D. Sridhar Babu garu, Honorable Minister for IT, Industries and Commerce, Legislative Affairs, Government of Telangana. Respected Dani Kishore garu, Principal Secretary, Municipal Administration, Government of Telangana. Sri Sai Prasad garu, Vice Chairman, CII Telangana, and Executive Director, Babu Biotech International Limited. Mr. Gautam Reddy, Convener CII Telangana, Infra and Real Estate Panel, and also MD and CEO, Resustainability Limited. Mr. Srikanth Reddy, Managing Director, Cushman and Wakefield. My senior CII members, past chairs, Southern chairs, and all members, CII members, and I would like to recognize the office bearers and members of the CII, NAREDCO, Telangana Builders Federation, and other association office bearers, and the eminent speakers who have come from many parts of the country and from abroad also. And then friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. First of all, today is a very good auspicious day. In fact, sir, yesterday morning we started registrations. So even night 12 o'clock, somebody was calling, you have started registration where you should come. So that was a tremendous response from the topic, sir. For the subject, which is given to us by Revanth Reddy garu. During our meeting last first week of the January, we met Honorable Minister garu, CM garu. At that time, CM garu said, we'll have one more meeting when the Industry Minister comes back from abroad. So that meeting was very fruitful, about 1.5 hours was there. All eminent, the industry leaders from CII, from various sectors, they met the Honorable Chief Minister that day. He exchanged his views. In fact, he told very clearly, I want to take all the policies to the next level. I'm a pro-industry. I'm available 24/7 for all of you. So you need not hesitate to come to my office. You're almost welcome every time. And you also spoken about the tourism, new tourism policy and energy policy and the solar energy also. And also he said to us about his vision for the comprehensive master plan of Telangana, including the entire rural districts also. That is where he generally speaks about urban, semi-urban and rural. And also his main trust on Musi Riverfront development and also the metro extension and realignment. So that has given an idea that let us follow the leaders' footsteps. And we in this summit, we are whatever the vision of the Chief Minister, Government of Telangana, and Sridhar Babu garu, and his all the cabinet ministers, that vision CA is taken up. We are just it's an initial meeting. With a short span of time, we could able to start this, and we have a lot of constraint in getting the foreign speakers. But this is only starting. We will have more and more brainstorming sessions in future. But we have explained the pavilion, a few of the projects done elsewhere globally. And there are very good eminent speakers in various sessions. Kindly stay here entire day. That will really help you. Some investors also there, apart from consultant, developer friends are there. The IT sector, different sectors where the experts are here. Then I would like to, congratulate Sridhar Babu garu and Honorable Chief Minister and entire cabinet for the successful, the business generation for our state at the Davos. And it helps entire state, every sector, including real estate, and entire the government deserves. Sridhar Babu garu, Revanth Reddy garu deserves your standing ovation. This is one of the largest investments that attracted during the trip. In fact, we were also there first time. CII Telangana has taken a delegation. We have been witnessing what is happening there, and other also globally what is happening there also we have witnessed. So definitely this Davos trip will boost all the sectors, and also whenever employment generation is there because the sector real estate is the byproduct, it will also have impact. And followed by the Chief Minister garu visit to London, Thames River, and again Dubai. There also Dubai Riverfront, So these are, it shows how interest the government and the Chief Minister Garu about the redevelopment of the Musi River. I think it is a pet project now. And definitely, if you see globally, top 10 cities or 5 cities, see wherever the river water is there flowing to the city, or cities are facing the water bodies or sea, they are very glamorous. And added to that, they have landmark project like Marina, whatever they have created there, Marina Bay Sands, that type of infrastructure, a hotel, good hotel, or a Burj Khalifa. So that type of iconic projects will identify the city globally, and it will attract more tourism. And the government is also asking. I met few of the investors here, and some the global investors also talking to us. They want to come to this place. I think what government is asking, what unique feature you want to get it here on the Musi riverfront of the Musi. If you can get the unique projects, government is willing to listen to you. I think it's the industry responsibility to get unique projects. It should be vision for next 50 years or 100 years. So then only we can become one of the global city, famous city or best city or livable city, which attracts more tourists and investment also. The Musi has many dimensions. It has many dimensions to attract the investment in the tourism way and other sectors also. So I will not take much of your time because Sir has to go. And definitely the today's the speakers deliberations will help in preparing.
Should be around two aspects. One is attracting talent. This talent could be IT, non-IT, infrastructure related talent. It could be pharma, it could be anything else. Attracting talent is the key. How as a city we are attracting talent. And second one is keeping the city affordable. Very, very important. If we become non-affordable, we'll lose the entire edge compared to other cities. So whatever planning we are doing, it has to be revolving around these two guiding principles for us. Now, over last many years, we've been talking about comparison between, let's say, Bangalore and Hyderabad. Very intense debates about this comparison. Now, I don't want to go further deep into this, who is good, who is bad, but we have many learnings from Bangalore experience, what we can learn as Hyderabad city and how not to commit those mistakes as Hyderabad city, right? So, two important things, right? So, let's say Bangalore. Bangalore is a 200 million square feet IT market, 200 million square feet built and leased. Hyderabad is still 95 to 100 million square feet space. We have not even half of Bangalore as of today. I'm not comparing on these numbers from numbers perspective, but on the infrastructure perspective. Now, Bangalore at 200 million square feet market are really struggling, right? How do they further improvise from there? Hyderabad at 100 million square feet market, we'll have to really think through today and plan for next 10, 15 years, how not to get into the same trap of Bangalore city. And Bangalore, why Hyderabad, let's say, why can't we do 15, 16 million square feet of absorption year on year? Why Bangalore is doing that? It's primarily because of the talent, the guiding principle of us. Bangalore is attracting more and more companies, newer companies to Bangalore because of the talent what they have. Why talent is going there? Because of multiple aspects what Bangalore has been able to keep between them, which is primarily social infrastructure, weekend destinations, right? Whenever we are doing our 2050 master plan, we have to keep into mind very clearly what are our goals? How do we retain or attract talent to Hyderabad, right? Now, one important aspect is our Musi Riverfront project. It's an amazing project. If you can do it, it will probably keep Hyderabad as #1 city over the next 15, 20 years. But we are thinking those lines. And that will automatically bring in talent, and also it will create new avenues in terms of creating new micro markets and also keeping the city affordable. Very, very important. Right. 2, 3 other important points what we have to tell during this conference during the day is one, we have issues related to unlimited FSI, sir. So the multiple aspects of this, while few developers love it, few developers don't love it. So let's say if you have again some comparison with Bangalore. Bangalore has developed east to west, north to south in terms of IT office spaces development. Hyderabad, we are still in around 10, 15 kilometers radius max. Right? What will happen now? We're at 30, 40% occupancy levels today. When 100% of the people come back to work, what will happen to these locations? Can we able to even go out of our buildings? But right in Bangalore, at one instance, going from 4th basement to the ground floor, they took 45 minutes, few of the company guys. We will get into those situations if we don't really think through how are we going to come out of this unlimited FSI problem only surrounding this 15-kilometer radius. Very, very important. Few other points related to RERA, right? We'll have to further really focus on how we have to protect our investors' interests. And most important last point from my side, sir, is on getting investors' confidence further back to Hyderabad as a city, right? So now if you have to look at commercial office space development, many developers who have built office spaces, right? Post-pandemic, they're really struggling, right? Hyderabad is the only city, I would say, where prices have not increased beyond 2019 levels. Right, where all of the cities are doing well. Why? Because of our unlimited FSI, because we built without any much thinking what will happen with this unlimited FSI, what will happen with so much of supply. Prices have fallen down. Investors are really struggling. Developers are struggling. Right? Exactly same thing is going to happen with residential if we don't plan properly, if we don't think through what will happen with this. And do we want to be in that situation as developer fraternity, real estate fraternity? No. We have to really think through, and we need government's help and support, how we have to further pan out on this, so that also we'll also get the investors' confidence back. Let's say if you have to get any fund, any large fund from, let's say we talk about Blackstone, Brookfield, GICs of the world, they are shying away from Hyderabad today because it's no more attractive for them. We have to bring them back. We have to bring the investors' confidence back. So we need to think through on all the subjects. We will discuss all these points during conference at various panels today. That's it from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Srikanth Reddy garu. Now I request Gautam Reddy garu. Respected Honorable Minister Sridhar Babu garu, our beloved Principal Secretary MAUD Tanakishore garu, colleagues from CII and Cushman Wakefield on the dais, industry members, supporting industry members like the real estate forums. I'm so happy to be presenting the theme address here. It's a very wonderful thought of this whole thing. The theme is to align industry with the government and give back to the government the expectation of the industry. The government has clearly indicated their expectations and their intent of taking the infrastructure to a certain level. And it was informed to the industry when we met the Honorable Chief Minister a few weeks back. And to align ourselves with the government's thinking, we thought it will be good to align fully
and then bring up the expectation of the industry towards these and develop a master plan which is aligned between the industry, citizens, and the government. With that objective, this whole event has been planned, and we would have been so happy if the Honorable Chief Minister also came, who was expected until today morning, but unfortunately couldn't make it. We're very thankful to our beloved Industries Minister who has consented and come here and spending his time. The theme is going to be a wonderful theme. It's got two beautiful sessions on specifically focused on real estate. One session specifically focusing on technology and sustainability. Technology meaning how quickly the houses can be built, how the construction technology can improve, how artificial intelligence in houses can improve the quality of living, how delivery of houses can be done in a better way, how the title of these properties can be verified fast. All of these will be done in one of the sessions. And in another session of real estate, it will very specifically focus on emerging markets. And when we say emerging market, there are multiple emerging markets emerging, which is secondary towns other than Hyderabad is an emerging market. Other than southwest of Hyderabad, rest of Hyderabad is an emerging market. New areas like senior living, healthcare living, affordable living, economically weaker section living. These are all emerging areas of housing that all need to be brought in, and those are areas that it will focus on. And CII today, I must say, is very proud that in 2 weeks, we're actually presenting a state government's fully aligned theme on riverfront development. And within this 1 week time that we had, the CII has been able to mobilize resources from Singapore, Israel, Japan, to come and present how polluted cities, polluted rivers have been converted into wonderful riverfronts with commercial, residential, and quality of living around the rivers has been improved. And with the state government's new wonderful, specifically focused thinking on riverfront development, we are fully aligned that it's a wonderful project. And we would like to participate with the state government to ensure that the riverfront, Musi Riverfront, becomes the face of Hyderabad there for the future. And with that objective, all good quality improvement projects, just like our CM went to Thames River and saw some of the improvements there and came. We are bringing some more examples of rest of the world that have also developed in similar fashion and that can pave way for future development. And then we have a very important session on urban infrastructure and urban transportation, because all of us feel very congested in the city. Traffic problems are quite huge, and a lot of urban infrastructure needs to be changed, whether it could be water, electricity, transportation, or traffic. To cover up this, there's another wonderful session on urban infrastructure trends. And with all of these, we will, at the end of the day, identify the key expectations of the industry in line with the state government's thinking and formally submit a paper back to the beloved Industries Minister, who can take the government's intent and align it with it and take it forward. With that objective, this whole event is planned. I request all of you to continue participating in rest of the sessions and contribute to the expectations of the industry towards the state. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Gautam Reddy Garu. Now I request Sridhar Garu to give his keynote address, sir.
Thank you, Reddy Garu. Honorable Minister for IT and Industries. A very familiar face for most of you and a very well-known face for us. I worked in his district in Karimnagar some time back. He's a very, very pro, active, and stands for innovation. And rightly, he is holding a very, very important ministry to guide Telangana to future horizons. Thank you, sir, for gracing this occasion. And all the dignitaries on the dais, Shekhar Garu, Gautam Garu, Shekhar Reddy Garu, and other important people on the dais, all the invitees and participants in the medium. A very, very good morning to you. This summit by you people CII could not have come at a better occasion. Exactly aligning with the thought process and vision of the new government that's in the state of Telangana. Master Plan 2050 for Telangana is a theme Honorable CM has been and mentioning all over in London when he is meeting different business delegations. In fact, when we are talking to him, he also holds the urban development portfolio. He asked us to develop a template first and put it before various thought forums such as this. And then this plan should be for 2050. Honorable Minister also was talking to me that we should develop this. Even when we are reimagining Musi Riverfront, it will be of that kind of a scale, 2050 kind of a scale. So that next 35 years, next 30 years, we should be able to sustain the city's growth and should be the focal point of city's growth, Musi. So before getting into those details of Musi, I'd like to just speak a little about, because being a keynote address had put a huge responsibility on me that should have given to Sridhar Babu sir. He's the man who should speak of keynote address. Anyway, let me detail a few things. I think human beings have an innate knack of destroying nature. If you look into all the river civilizations, let it be Nile, let it be Indus, let it be Thames, any river you take, we have the innate knack of, out of our own tension to grow or of urge to grow, we spoil things, we get back and then try to reinvent them, clean them. In Telugu, if you have to say, Chekal Kalnaka Aapulu Pattukuntundi. This has been our growth story. But we're successful in that in the sense that we make mistakes, we look back into our mistakes, we have the greater wisdom of understanding, need to reinvent those things and clean up those things. If you look into any rivers across Europe, civilization which have been 2,000 years old, 500 years old, urban cities which are urban areas which are about 500 years old. Last 150 years, they have recovered their rivers and they become focal points for their growth. You can look at in China. Honorable Minister was mentioning about Jeddah while we were coming, how beautifully they have made and all those things. So it's not just limited to rivers which you have polluted, which you have recovered, and which have made them a very clean rivers, which we are going to do in Musi also. It's also true with our industrial areas. It's also true with our industrial techniques, technologies. From coal-based, gas-based to we are going to green-based kind of energies, hydrogen fuel-based energies. So when we're talking about 2050 vision, you are essentially talking about how can we reimagine cities so that they will be sustainable for future generations. In COP27, there is a concept called SURGE, Sustainable Urban Resilience for Next Generation. It's called a SURGE concept. This concept imagines and urges all the COP countries, they need to have several components in their urban growth. Now, essentially, a country's development, whether you like it or not, it is a question of how competitive your cities are, how competitive they are in their knowledge base, their social infrastructure, as Mr. Shekhar was mentioning, how to attract the talent, how to retain the talent in your city. Within countries, cities are competing. Across the world, cities are competing. It's apparently, if you look into cities like Vienna, London, some of their old cities, some new cities are emerging in countries like China, South Korea. They are the emerging countries, they are emerging countries. These are the cities that are growing. Financial centers which were known for their resilience have been going through difficult phases now. And new financial centers are emerging. A new financial center as a city can emerge if you have a talent pool, if you have finance as a key, if you have infrastructure as a foundation. So what kind of infrastructure you should have? About 20 years back, you have utilized all those Portland cements, constructed everything on concrete. No, that's not the anymore story. If you look into one of the templates kept outside in Riverfront development, hydro regulation is the key to bring out your river so that it has a less carbon footprint. The technologies you are bringing to construct our cities have to be green, which IGBC is doing here under the aegis of Mr. Shekhar Reddy. We are doing a little bit of that and we are improving a lot. And we should have knowledge-based cities so that our youth, as well as aging youth, also has to equip their skills. It's a time of AI, ML, artificial intelligence, machine learning. When I was preparing for civil service about 27 years ago, I used to read in books that artificial intelligence, machine learning is going to decimate job growth for human beings. We haven't seen that so far. But we look into ChatGPT 3.0, ChatGPT 4.0 and all that, I think 10 years down the line, right now it is on our front, AI can take over jobs like anything. Robotics, AI, the way DNA technologies are coming, biotechnologies are coming, bioengineering, this can exclusively remove any kind of a job, any kind of a paper on a Dana Kishore or a Mr. Sridhar, you ask ChatGPT to give it a jiffy. So when we are looking into those technologies, we have to reimagine what kind of AI technologies we are going to have. Fortunately, our government, led by our CM Revanth Reddy Garu, he has been talking about, sir, about AI in Davos as well as in London. AI is a very, very focused area for him, for the government. And also, Honorable CM was mentioning when he had met UK parliamentarians in one of the meetings, is the need for skilling the youth, basically. We have a demographic dividend. We're able to harness a bit of it. But demographic dividend, which has 35% of youth available in our country with us, which is the number one anywhere in the world, unless you skill them, they will not be able to make good use of their youth and their energies. So one thing we were talking about is about how to make skill universities across rural and urban Telangana, so that youth can be trained and they can get into better placements, they can be able to utilize their knowledge and get the kind of earnings, their livelihoods will be much better controlled and the state will get benefited out of that. Right now, we have, as CM says, we have diplomas in some of these technologies, diploma in some computer engineering and all that, but these are not able to fetch them good salaries, good jobs actually. So there is a thinking in government how to make this diploma into a graduate kind of a program. So Honorable CM is, talks with one place, talks with London, King's College, Oxford University, some of the universities across the world, should have partnerships to set up, skill centers, skill universities here to make our youth good in, frontier technologies and IT and AI and all that. So one is that you need to have a, knowledge-based society and our increasing skills of the youth and, people, so that they will be able to maybe one step ahead of AI. What AI can't do, human beings should be able to do. I think this is one very, very, very important kind of a thing. When you talk of a resilience of a city, the study says that sustainable urban resilience for future generation. What do you mean by resilience? Resilience is what we are shown during the COVID. When COVID struck India, there was a lot of, loss of life were there. But as a country, I think that we have better rebuilt and come out of it because of our technological advances in life sciences, in vaccines. Almost half of the world's vaccines have gone from here. That is all because of the way you have developed your technologies, life sciences, vaccine making, so they're able to weather that kind of a shock. But it cannot be only biological shocks, it can be natural shocks, climate change. Any 1.4 degree increase in temperature is going to swamp the cities, which are coastal cities, are going to increase temperatures in the cities. And then how are you going to face that? So what are the things you have? Some discussion is going on, how to cool cities, cool roof mechanisms and all that. And CII and I think the real estate sector of Hyderabad also is dealing with that. So these kind of shocks, that could be technology shocks, and AI technology can come, decimate all those companies who are unicorns now. You have seen, I can quote, you have been seeing a Nokia 4, behemoth of technology. In no time it dissipated because a guy called Steve Jobs came and brought in iTunes and the smartphone, and it just disappeared. There was need for a Walkman. I think used to a Walkman is that the strong. Walkman has disappeared in 1.5 years. It is nowhere to be seen by the time iPhone came into place. So how we will reimagine this kind of shocks? How our companies, our youth, our CEOs are facing these technologies? Are they reimagining? Are they looking forward what is happening outside world? Are they able to equip themselves? Is what's going to make a city resilient. This is again a very, very important point. Coming to infrastructure, which is very, very important talk for you people. Infrastructure cannot be any more carbon guzzling, water guzzling technologies are no more true. They are out of fashion. If you look into UK, the entire, the policy of construction policy is that they don't encourage a retrofitting of a building than going for a new building, basically. Retrofitting is very, very expensive in UK because it involves a lot of carbon footprint. You have to remove certain things, you have to bring in certain things. Instead of that, go for a new materials which are environmental friendly, which are carbon free footprint is there for them. So those kind of technologies are required. Our infrastructure has to be on this one. And we are talking about infrastructure, we have to talk about transport also. All transport has to be hydrogen fuel based, most of it. And now we are going for electric vehicles. They will also face challenge maybe in the coming 5-10 years of technology breakthrough. Hydrogen fuels can be efficiently utilized. From wastewater, hydrogen fuel can be extracted. We are trying it in, metro water board from SCPs. It is possible to wastewater, how to bring hydrogen fuels, use that fuel as a fuel for all our vehicles in GHMC, where we are transporting solid waste by diesel or petrol. Is it possible to do that? So these kind of vehicles have to be, pollution has to be very less. But when one of the meetings, when Hon'ble CM is there, one of the foreign representatives got up and asked, what about the air quality in your universities? How much of you are doing eliminating it? Entire Europe and all these countries are focusing on that, how to reduce pollutions. Now, go to Delhi, we have a huge air pollution. These are the issues we need to tackle in Hyderabad also, which we are not at the level of Delhi, but we just close our eyes. It's going to happen because the number of vehicles that are increasing, people that are owning very, very small cars, they're increasing in number. So we need to increase electrical vehicles, alternative fuels, which will not release carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide kind of things into air, so that our cities become livable cities. So the entire gamut of things are there. So if you look at all these things, it might give a assurance fine, but we as Indians, I think we are very, very capable of facing these things. We have a huge scientific community, we have a huge engineering community in the world, and I'm sure we have a huge real estate community. Because I see in India, all our real estate companies, construction companies go outside the world and they're doing their business, which is a very, very interesting feature, which is going to help us back. In addition to bringing all that foreign money back to us, it also brings skills back to us. So these are the few things you have to keep in mind and keep on trying for a better policies from government. Engagement should be, the government should be there with the CII and people like you, so that we also get updated on our knowledge. It should be kind of a knowledge sharing between you and the government, so that you will become a much, much competitive city in the future world. Now, coming back to, for all these things, key is finances. Where do you get finances? It is true for a private company, it's true for a public sector company, it's true for government. Where do you get us? Whom do you tax? So that people will not feel pain, but they're happy to pay that. So that comes to the government, that we need to provide better urban services, better rural services to people, so that government has the cheap to go and call that I will increase your tax this much. So citizens should be able to happily pay. But unless you provide a better services, like in real estate, you provide a better service apartment, you get a better rent. Same is the case with the government. So government also has to become lean, mean, and strong, so that towards their employees we have to be tough. We need to evolve, AI-based solutions, so that services can be better rendered to the citizens. This is our focus of the government. Honorable CM has been the last 1.5 2 months. If you see, Honorable CM has gone to all the union ministers to reignite the relationship between the union and state to get those permissions. One of the skyways in Raita Bazar area in Mehdipuram has been pending for the last 3 years. One meeting with the Honorable Defense Minister, Union Government, has resolved that, sir, we're going to launch 40 crore worth of skywalk. In next 4 weeks, we are going to complete it. Likewise, we have 2 skyways towards Raja Rahadar and Mechal Malkajgiri. They will also be through, so that better transport facilities will be there for the people, so that easily they can get out. So it needs some leadership innovations, active young leaders like Sridhar Babu, who are upon knowledge and uptake is too good with them. They'll be able to help you and me in bringing the better Telangana, better Hyderabad. Now, coming back to our today's, I'm very thankful for the CII that we have kept a small pavilion about Riverfront. Honorable CM, when he took over as a CM, he had a meeting with us as urban minister. He said that he wants to make Moose as a clean, green, and economic zone as a growth center for Hyderabad. He wants it as a growth engine. He wants to improve ecosystem. He wants to build public spaces there. He wants to, if you look into Moose, it has certain characteristics which are very, very good compared to any other river in India. It has all the heritage precincts surrounding it. There is Golconda, there is Taramatibara, there is Seven Tombs, Charminar. I mean, at that side, High Court, this side, it is a heritage building. This side, Osman, it's again a heritage building. There is a heritage precinct. We have 55 kilometers river stretches there. from outer ring road to west to east. Honorable CM's vision is to build up a corridor of an elevated corridor of a road transport. On top of that, he wants to bring in a metro corridor so that there is a connectivity from west side to east side. You need not go through all the outer ring road to come to the other side. So this is one element of that. He wants to build a public spaces so that public can gather. Now we have to go to a good mall, which gets crowded on a Saturday or Sunday. It's very, very difficult to get space also in existing malls. So he wants to have those kind of spaces. Somebody was mentioning social infrastructure. Unless people come and gather, vent out their angst and get friendly with people, they don't know how is the community living. So community living, social infrastructure, we need to build. Musi will take care of that one. We also want to build, IT-based or work-based kind of a walk-to-work kind of areas where you can invest. We want to unlock a lot of private land so that private land can become a leverage for growth there. And then we'd love to have, a river also has to be a kind of a navigable kind of river, as Honorable Minister Sridhar was mentioning. Maybe we'll be building a check dams for every 10 kilometers, bring water from either Krishna or Godavari, fill these two reservoirs of Usman Sagar and Himal Sagar. From that, draw the water and fill fresh water in the river. It has a 160 feet fall is there. So we need to construct check dams here and there. And then make, if it's possible, can boats navigate on that, drop passengers in every 10 kilometers so that not only they have a road and transport and metro facility, they also have a facility on boats to travel the length of the river. So many, many things are being planned. And I've been collector for Angara district way back in 15 years. For last 20 years, I've been talking about Musi Riverfront. Nothing concrete has been done, not a single step. I think this government and Honorable CM has mandated us to ensure that this river will be a resurgent river. The river resurgence is there. And not only somebody was mentioning about it's going towards west only. I think we need to bring back the entire culture of growth and finances and social infrastructure back into the city. That's going to happen through Musi Riverfront. I'm very happy that you have shown all those things. The Skitakishu and the Changichiang in South Korea, Honorable Minister was mentioning about Jeddah seafront. All these things we will be visiting in very soon. There is also an expression of interest will be called in a very soon about getting a master planner, how to bring a master plan entire river corridor of Musi. And the 2050 master plan, as we have evocated today, will be a true story for Telangana. I wish you all the best and thank you for all the effort you have made to make this meeting very successful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your keynote address, which is will be helpful to today's deliberations, and definitely all speakers will take up all these issues. Sir, in fact, the CM views and the way it went around, it has created a lot of buzz globally among the consultants. Many consultants are coming. Now, we want to participate. We want to participate not only just to make a concept, we are also, we are aligned with the funding agencies also. We also bring them. And many big developer players also, they are also approaching us. Even some of them, they invest and let it out. They give the rent. Suppose capital land like companies and Satwa is here. So they are also big developers in the country. They are also showing interest. So maybe they may also participate in the bid. So it will be a great opportunity for all the big developers in the country. Definitely, because they are not looking to sell immediately. They will retain and sustain also. And another big opportunity is that they bring the clients on themselves. Like Sri City, these big guys, they bring their own clients from abroad. And today, I think large funding agency also participating as a speakers, data centers, the promoters also participating. It's a mix of everybody. All the sectors are here. Now I request our chief guest, Sridhar Babu, to enlighten us with his speech, sir. Thank you.
Good morning to all. In fact, first of all, I have to thank
Sri Sridhar Reddy garu, the chairman, CII Telangana, who has been there in CII Telangana for a long time, who knows how to coordinate with the government and see and align your industry with the government. With him, we have our senior most bureaucrat who have a vision, who has the administrative will commitment, and my association with him, since I was an MLA, then as a minister, then now as a minister for different departments, have seen him from close quarters. His intellectual thought will be comprehended in his patriotic lifestyle and with no red tape added to it. He delivers. That is Mr. Dana Kishore, the Principal Secretary. And Mr. Gautam Reddy, the convener of CII Telangana, a known friend of us, Sri Sai Prasad, and Sheikh Sainuddin, who is the CII Telangana Director and Head, and Srikanth Reddy, who is the Managing Director, Cushman in Wakefield, and the prominent dignitaries who have come from the field of the dais, friends from the movement, ladies and gentlemen, మీ అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నేను ఈ సందర్భాన్ని పురస్కరించుకుని మా ప్రభుత్వ పరంగా ఉన్న ఒక విజన్, రాబోయే 5 సంవత్సరాలు వరకే ఆలోచన కాకుండా ఈరోజు ప్రభుత్వ మార్పు, ప్రభుత్వం ఆచరణలో ఎక్కడ కూడా ఇబ్బంది రాకూడదన్న ఒక ప్రధానమైన అంశంతో గత ప్రభుత్వాలు ఏం చేసినాయి, మేము రాజకీయ పరంగా ముందుకు పోయి దాన్ని ఆపుచేసే ప్రయత్నం చేయకుండా మా విజన్ అంతా ఒకటే, రాష్ట్ర ప్రగతి ఇంపార్టెంట్. మాకు ముఖ్యం రాష్ట్ర ప్రగతి. ఆ రాష్ట్ర ప్రగతిలో భాగస్వాములం అవుతామని మీలాంటి వారు అందరూ కూడా ముందుకు వస్తున్న తరుణంలో మిమ్మల్ని అందరినీ కూడా భాగస్వాములను చేయాలి. ఈరోజు మేము పొలిటికల్ ఎగ్జిక్యూటివ్స్ లేకుంటే మా పరంగా పనిచేస్తా ఉన్న, ప్రభుత్వ పరంగా పనిచేస్తా ఉన్న అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్స్ కాక మీరందరూ కూడా పూర్తి స్థాయిలో మన రాష్ట్రాన్ని ముందంజలో ఉండాలని, మేము భాగస్వామ్యం అవుతామని ముందుకు వస్తున్న వారందరినీ కూడా ప్రోత్సాహం చేయాల్సిన బాధ్యత మా పైన ఉందని, ఒక బాధ్యతాయుతమైన ప్రభుత్వాన్ని నడపాలని, జవాబుదారితనంతోని ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్లే ప్రయత్నంలో ఈ ప్రజలందరూ కూడా మార్పు కోరుకున్నారు. ఆ మార్పును చూపెట్టాలంటే ఆ మార్పులో మీరందరూ కూడా భాగస్వాములు కావాలనే అంశంతో మీ అందరికీ అప్పీల్ చేయడానికి ముఖ్యమంత్రి రేవంత్ రెడ్డి గారి తరఫున మేము, కానీ ప్రిన్సిపల్ సెక్రటరీ గారు దానా కిషోర్ గారు కూడా రావటం జరిగింది. నేను ఈరోజు మీకు ఎందుకు చెప్తా ఉన్నానంటే, అనేక సందర్భాల్లో 1991లో ఆనాడు రాజీవ్ గాంధీ గారి కన్నా కళలని ముందుకు తీసుకెళ్లే ప్రయత్నంలో ప్రధానంగా ఉన్న పివి నరసింహారావు గారు కానీ మన్మోహన్ సింగ్ గారు ఎకనామిక్ పాలసీస్ లిబరలైజేషన్ మొదలుపెట్టారు. ఒక ఈకో సిస్టమ్ డెవలప్ అయింది గత 3-4 దశాబ్దాల కాలంలో. ఈ ఈకో సిస్టమ్ని నువ్వేం చెప్పావు, నిన్న కూడా మొన్న అక్కడ మాట్లాడుతూ ఉన్న సందర్భంలో ఈ ఈకో సిస్టమ్ ఇవాళ నిన్ననో మొన్ననో క్రియేట్ చేసింది కాదు. కేవలం 10 సంవత్సరాల్లోనే ఇంత బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన అంశం కాదు. 3-4 దశాబ్ద కాలంలో మీలాంటి వారు అందరూ కూడా భాగస్వాములై ఒక వాతావరణాన్ని సృష్టించే ప్రయత్నంలో ఆనాడు మా ప్రభుత్వం ఉన్నా, దాని తదుపరి ఇంకో టీడీపీ ప్రభుత్వం ఉన్నా, దాని తర్వాత మళ్ళా తిరిగి మా ప్రభుత్వం వచ్చినా, మళ్ళా తిరిగి ఇంకో ప్రభుత్వం వచ్చినా, ఈరోజు అందరి ప్రజలు కోరుతా ఉన్నది రాష్ట్ర ప్రగతి. కనుక అందరం కూడా రాష్ట్ర ప్రగతి గురించి ఆలోచన చేయాలని ముందుకెళ్ళిన నేపథ్యంలో మీకు సంబంధించిన ఇన్ఫ్రాస్ట్రక్చర్ అండ్ రియల్ ఎస్టేట్ కూడా ఓవర్ a period of 3 decades it changed drastically. Before 91 and after 91, lot many people, very famous personalities who have been involved before 91 also arrived. They can literally tell the difference before 91 how was it and after 91 how was it. We are not claiming and we are not here to claim that 91 has provided, but we are here to tell that over a period, successive government has also been striving for the development of our state. And after bifurcation, we got this opportunity for the first time. Telangana రాష్ట్రం ఏర్పడిన తర్వాత మొదటిసారి అవకాశం వచ్చిన నేపథ్యంలో మేము ఈ రాష్ట్ర ప్రగతిని మొత్తం దేశంలోనే అగ్రగామిగా ఉండాలని ఒక ఆలోచనతో ముందుకు పోతాం. మా ఆలోచన నిజంగానే ఆచరణకు రావాలంటే మీలాంటి వారందరూ కూడా పెద్ద ఎత్తున భాగస్వాములు కావాలి. ఈరోజు 12 వర్టికల్స్ ఉన్నాయి ఇక్కడ మీ కన్ఫెడరేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియన్ ఇండస్ట్రీకి సంబంధించి. ఈ 12 వర్టికల్స్ కూడా పూర్తి స్థాయిలో భాగస్వాములై ముందుకు నడిచినప్పుడు మన రాష్ట్రం తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రం ముందంజలో ఉంటుంది. దానికి సంబంధించి ఏ విధమైన మేము మా పాలసీ విధానాలు ఏ విధంగా ఉండాలి, ఆ పాలసీ విధానాలు ఏ విధంగా మీకు అందరికీ ఫ్రెండ్లీగా ఉండాలి. ఎట్ ది సేమ్ టైం వీ హ్యావ్ టు మేక్ ఎ బ్యాలెన్స్. తిరిగి ప్రజలపై భారం పడకుండా ఉండాలా. దాని తర్వాత సరి అయిన అమ్యూనిటీస్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తూ ఉండాలా. ఒక మంచి నేబర్హుడ్ క్రియేట్ చేయడానికి మీ అందరి పాత్ర అవసరం. ఈరోజు అదే క్రమంలో మనం చూస్తూ ఉంటే one of the speakers was telling about Dana Kishore was speaking about industrialization, how it has impacted our environment. Definitely. Appudu industrialization was the key. We didn't mind because we never had that sort of a demographic profile. Now we have crossed, we are nearing 1.5 billion population. And moreover, also thinking of a sustainability model. Any model you see, any industry concern is a sustainability. The sustainability is linked to the environment, especially how we use our energy, what form of energy should be there. And in fact, many people who have come, many people would have come to Davos. We had many interactions with many people. Over there, their total concentration, including your infrastructure, including the real estate, everything they were insisting upon the sustainable model, which emits less carbons. Ultimately, in the name, we sensitization regarding this carbon emissions. We will be starting from school now. Because we have to, the next generation has to learn what is carbon, how does the carbon impact our environment, and what should be their social involvement in not to emit carbons. అనేది కింది స్థాయి నుంచి రావాలి. టుమారో మనం పేమెంట్ మీద నడవాలా. మా స్కూల్లో నేర్పించకుంటే ఇంకో దేశాలు చూడకుండా ఉంటే మనకు కూడా తెలియదు. ఆ రోడ్డు మీద మనం కూడా నడుస్తూ ఉంటాం. సో ఇట్స్ ఆల్ రివాల్వ్డ్ అండ్ టోటల్ ఆల్ సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఆర్ రివాల్వ్డ్ అరౌండ్ ఈచ్ అదర్. సో మై పాయింట్ హియర్ ఇస్ now we have to think of industrialization. Now we have to think of infrastructure development. Now we have to think of real estate projections on a sustainable model. So this sustainable model, because we will be competing with the world, as told by our principal secretary, most of our infrastructure giants are present all over the world. మీరు చూసి 10 సంవత్సరాలనే కొద్దిగా ఇన్కమ్ ఉందండి, కానీ ఇంత పూర్వకం we were everywhere. Because a few people, something got, struck in between. నేనేమంటున్నానంటే మీ పాత్ర గురించి మీ సహకారం గురించి, ఎందుకంటే మా ప్రభుత్వం, మా ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారి ఆలోచన విధానం మీ ముందు పెట్టడం జరిగింది. ఆ విధానపరమైన నిర్ణయాల్లో మీ పాత్ర అవసరం, మీ సహకారం అవసరమని, మరి ఈరోజు ఏ విధంగానైతే మీ ఇండస్ట్రీ మా ప్రభుత్వ పరంగా ఏ విధమైన ఆలోచనపరంగా అలైన్ కావాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో మీరు ఈ చేపట్టిన ఈ కాన్ఫరెన్స్ అనేక సబ్జెక్ట్స్ తో పాటు చాలా అంశాలు ఉంటాయి. గవర్నమెంట్ అనగానే అనేక అంశాలు ఉంటాయి. మేము ఒకటే కాదు, బ్యూరోక్రసీ నడిపిస్తుంటది. ఇంకా కింది లెవెల్ బ్యూరోక్రసీ ఉంటుంది. యూ విల్ బి ఫేసింగ్ హర్బల్స్ అండ్ హార్బల్స్ ఇన్ లోయెస్ట్ లెవెల్స్ ఆఫ్ బ్యూరోక్రసీ. వీ నో ఇట్. హౌ టు ఓవర్కమ్ ఇట్? We always are very conscious and I always tell, recently in so many meetings in Jeddah and in other parts of I was just telling ease of doing business unto now. Yes, we are forefront in that. But still, I know there are certain hurdles in lowest levels of bureaucracy. The psyche of those people will also get changed because they also needed change. We would also request them to change for betterment of our state. So we should not worry about all these hurdles and hurdles which have been there earlier. Then you have to come to a time where Mr. Sridhar Reddy was mentioning about so many issues like planning. He was comparing Bangalore with Hyderabad. Why talent is there? Why talent is not here? And difference of opinion in unlimited FSI. And why people are losing, the investors are losing confidence. So these are all things where we would look into, where we will approach you again on a different platforms or individual meetings with the CM who holds this portfolio and try to see that we will ease out all these problems with the unanimity. If the industry has no unanimity, the government can't do anything. For example, on FSI front, few people say it has to be to a certain level. Few people say no, FSI should be open. So this is where the government comes into confusion. And any dynamic, principal secretary can't take a decision. I think he is sitting on that decision right now. So these are all the things. When few people want this and few people from your industry, confederation doesn't want it, then it's a problem for the government to decide, and the government will go its own way. So that's what happened last time, I think. And it has gone in a way which has not been desired. This is my individual and our government perception. So this things aside, real estate gani, infrastructure gani, I still feel I'm a novice in the field of in the infrastructure industrial development because it's a new subject for me, and I'm not also directly concerned with real estate. As an industry, what I see is lots of scope for Hyderabad. Everybody from every state is looking for Hyderabad. In fact, when I visited Saudi and I was speaking to some German investors over there, I incidentally happened to meet them. And there were some Russian people there in a dinner meeting. So they were telling they were all looking at Hyderabad. I was so surprised. They just want to move away from China. They have moved away from China and just want to invest in India. So they're just looking for a suitable entry into the Indian horizon. So I was, advocating myself as a minister. I was telling plus points, all the plus points to them. So they were also critical, people with lots of experience, He told a young minister, you are just focusing your state. Every state provides incentives. Every state provides whatever we desire. But the thing is, we want to know the attitude of the government. We want to know your political will. We want to see whether your political will be translated into action. So I gave an assurance, I would be a man who would be personally looking into problem if there is any. And I showed them, there won't be any problem in times to come, and we'll see that the problem arises. We would be the first man, I would be the first man on behalf of Chief Minister and our, very diligent officers are there to take care of your problem. So this sort of assurance that people are looking out for, and they are looking for Hyderabad especially. When somebody is coming to Hyderabad, some industries comes to Hyderabad, there are so many IT companies. When an IT company comes into Hyderabad, we're just asking. In fact, the existing HCL company, I would like to say, they were asking for a request for their presence in Type 2 and Type 3 cities. So immediately the lady over there, which is dynamic, she was asking whether they have a beautiful 3-star or 85-star hotel, hospitality. So it's very difficult in 2-tier and 3-tier cities of Telangana. So you can concentrate on these areas where your participation at that level will bring industries, will bring IT. So there are scope where we can explore. I mean to say we can explore. If I'm wrong, if I'm too candid, please tell me. Because this is our commitment. I would like to press on our commitment. We are not going to go beyond what I tell you on these days. Tomorrow on this platform, the Chief Minister also will not budge and go back. So my point here is, you are all there. Because one industry comes, you are all their presence. Your presence is everywhere. You create buildings, you create apartments, you create spaces, you create living spaces. And on sustainable development, we have to see in 2050 is our policy document. And just now, our Principal Secretary was also trying to put it, we will come up with an urban policy, the policy, how our city should look in 2050. There is no urban policy as of now, where the sewage would go, should go, whether it has to go to the Musi River or whether it is not. Over a period of time, we learned from the mistakes. Over a period of time, we got to know all these things. Now we are racing in this competitive world to stand apart from all other cities of India and all other nations and small nations. The day before yesterday, when the CM was there, we are just telling we are not competing with Indian cities or Indian states. We are competing with the world nations which are small or equal to our population. So it's his vision, it's our government vision too. So my point here is, we will extend what best cooperation is required. That is our word. And we would like to also tell what, Sridhar Reddy, the chairman, has reflected on many points regarding so many issues. And we have just inaugurated a pavilion where many consultants have come forward and put their view about how to develop the riverfront, basically news team on Musi River. So I thank all the consultants who have displayed. One consultant from Israel, he was talking about the natural development of this Musi River. It's interesting. But at the same time, we have to see, because we've been looking out for this theme park, this theme of developing this Musi River with amusement parks. Amusement parks again creates carbon. Right, sir? Yes. And what falls, what sports, and we would like to integrate the local vendors into this, our program of development. Local vendors, there will be so many local vendors who would be here. Not the big players also will be here on one end or other end. We would like to see that the local vendors have the participation. They also will be the part and parcel of our state progress. Their vendors will be there, business areas will be there, the shopping malls are there, and everything we would be going on, we would hope to go on a PPP model. How the PPP model will be helpful on a win-win situation is most crucial for any businessman like you. We want to develop it as a very famous tourist destination. So we want to create an environment engaging both locals and the tourists. So at one point of time, Principal Secretary was talking to Disney amusement park too. So that level of thinking is going on beyond to develop this Musi River. So this business areas or amenities on the riverfront to generate economic opportunities, to attract entrepreneurs and investors. This will be a mix of many commercial activities. And it also creates jobs. Ultimately, it creates jobs. So integral part of the project will be for the space for the cultural events too. And social and cultural well-being as a essence. We take this to create a sense of community engagement with a commitment to inclusiveness. Environmental conservation, we have been discussing about the sustainable model. We have to make an ecological balance of Musi River. The green initiatives, what the friend consultant was talking about, will be the integral component. Because overall facade or also aesthetic appeal and ecological value of the upfront, we have to take into account and we would like to reflect it. Because we have, that will be the next generation Hyderabad. Because it will be cutting across 55 kilometers from Hyderabad, mostly from the city. So this will be either the next Hyderabad. You know, now this Hyderabad has come. Now tomorrow, after we develop the Musi Riverfront, maybe it looks, you know, it's a big dream. We are dreaming, we will achieve it. We have dreamt of coming to power. They hold this, then govern this. Many people, I think 90% of the people wouldn't have believed that we will come and govern, but we had a big dream, we are here. So in that way too, the river, many people will be thinking, how this government has thought of Musi River. And frankly speaking, I'm very much candid. Oh, wow. Of all Musi River, because many people spoke to me like that. Of all Musi River, so we have a big dream and we will achieve it and we will reflect it. And this is our agenda. And not only in Musi River, whatever on 6 guarantees, what we provided. Yesterday I was in a meeting. So one of our young officer who was into administrative services, so 6 guarantees looks impossible. You know, I told Nana Kishore, you know, when you have dreamt of becoming an IAS officer, there are lakhs and lakhs of people who would be competing to become an IAS officer. When you started dreaming of becoming an IAS officer, you know, it would have like seeing a water in the desert, but you achieved it. So this is not like that. We are very near to it. We know how to bring the physical discipline first, try to generate the resources required to implement the 6 guarantees. We know how to curtail, you know, few resources which have been spent earlier wrongly. And we have a grandiose plan what to do, what not to do. And we have a great team with the best officers at the helm. So we will try to achieve it. In the process, what I mean to say is the 6 guarantees also have lots of scope for the, you know, infrastructure and industry. So for example, if you take the housing part for the BPL families, it will be lakhs and lakhs of houses who would be the beneficiaries. So in that part, your commitment and your role also plays a major role for a social transformation of our Telangana people, citizens. So this is also a big area where you can contribute. Keeping aside your economic feasibilities and all, definitely any businessman look out for a 1 penny profit. Either it may be gross profit or a net profit. To maintain your investment and maintain your firms, you need some sort of a profit. So if that is guaranteed, so you have a wide space now. You have a wide space. And tomorrow we are trying to empower women also through our one guarantee like Mahalakshmi. So these are all creates avenue for your development. And I would like to really request and appeal, you be a part and parcel of our state progress. You be the partner for us. We are only facilitators, absolutely speaking. We are only facilitators. I can guarantee you, tomorrow you come down to my office, come down to CM's office, come down to any minister's office, nobody will charge a pie. I'm guaranteeing that. And nobody will try to evince any interest in your business terms. Nobody will try to literally create some problems and try to meddle your affairs. This is our guarantee also for this industry. So, there are not many things to be said, but, looking at the diversification of our world affairs, if you see, we have to create value. How value can be created? We are the best, this may be not the best forum to say. Recently, we have done a project by College from project. Okay. We were very sorry to hear from a dam safety officials stating that they have designed the project in a wrong way. Quality was very, very poor. Design was not proper, and sustainability was never there. That was a report given by the dam safety officials, not by our party or somebody else. But it has been built by the best of your business industry partners. But why did it happen? How did it happen? Definitely, we will be running. Government will be running to do some things, right? The best part is your people should stick to the quality, should take the design, should, literally be firm in execution of the project with utmost care. We are very sorry to hear, this when dam safety officials have noted and put it in, they were poor in design, they were poor in quality, they were poor in execution. Everything has gone haywire. Lot of our, exchequer's money, the taxpayers' money has gone into drain. So this sort of aspects you have to take into account because this will reflect on the state industry, especially the entrepreneurs like you. So we have to stand aloof, and your out of box thinking is also very important for our state's growth. We have seen many people would have gone to different countries, visited maybe 20 to 30 countries, all the big businessmen are over here. How this industry can embrace digitalization, how this industry can embrace automation, how data analytics can help in providing convenience and the comfort for the customers, and also create a productive atmosphere. So these are all the things where you can literally has to embrace. Many, small time or the medium level entrepreneurs may be here. But suppose a small time and a medium level enterprises embraces digitalization, automation, before somebody like, Shekhar Reddy embraces, he can be 100 times be forefront than Shekhar Reddy. So this is all just a comparison, not regarding you. So we've been thinking of it, and we would like to, share our technology. We would like to give our whatever the best resource we have from the government, either from IT or from some other industry. Because of this shift recently, we have to proactively adopt this innovative and customer-centric business model. Otherwise, we won't sustain, because the competition from Bangalore or you see Mumbai infrastructure and real estate partners of yours, how they adapt to innovative and business models in a different model. So I need not say for the existing large players here, but I would like to put in a few things for the small guys who wants to make big in the real estate industry. So these people have to embrace these sort of innovative models, so that we proudly say that our infrastructure in real estate is apart from other states and all. So I believe in next few hours where the summit is going to discuss and deliberate on these issues, large emerging trends, and many disruptive technologies which we are trying to encourage, like artificial intelligence, machine tool technologies, and this will help you in building rapid and reinforcing your industry needs. So we all know that because recently many people signed for data centers. Almost all key players have signed data centers to come over here. We have literally signed MOUs with 6 big companies who would like to keep their data centers here. So data centers will be in and around 4 parts of our Hyderabad. So if data centers comes, we are aware, at the Indian level, they said that it's about 1 gig need is there. We are into 5G technologies. Tomorrow the 6G may come or 7G may come. So data centers play a major role, and we would be the focal point, and we will be the captain leaders of providing space for data centers. If that data center comes here, in and around, you people have some space and some role to play to really develop the infrastructure and to create and partner with the state of Telangana to enhance our state progress. So we would like to see that your inclusive role in a much bigger way. So we still stand like what Mr. Sridhar Reddy was told about how much space is available in Bangalore, 200 million square feet. They have grown to that stage, but they have done a wrong thing in not visualizing what would be the mobility needs, what would be, commuting needs. They haven't visualized that. Even though we have near to 1 million square feet of space now, but we are trying to put it like we have come up with the best metro rail system. I can say best metro rail system, which we are trying to extend to first to the old city, later to coming down to the west. So these are all, where we are visualizing and trying to capture the needs for 2050. And we are also planning to bring in some sort of a commuting model in between our roads. So what is a commuting model? Tana Kishore and his team are working on it, whether it is a monorail, whether it would be some other mobility structure in place so that mobility will never hamper the growth of the state. So these are all we are literally trying to look into. Coming into so many issues, I have, points to be made, but I'm short of time because my budget session will be on in the next few weeks. We are in the process of finalizing the budget. My subject is there to discuss with our Deputy Chief Minister. So, before conclusion, I would like to appeal once again. Whatever I was trying to exchange the ideas of our government, our Chief Minister, and especially in terms of Musi River development. And when CII visited the Chief Minister floor, he was trying to explain your industry partner about the 3-layer development which will take place in the next 5 years. Now we have created a huge facility like ORR. In fact, I was also there when informal talks were taking place when ORR was thinking. And they told that, nobody will go on IRR, sir. Nobody will travel on IRR, sir. It's a waste of capital expenditure. That was the expression of one of the officers then. So it was a political will by then Chief Minister Rajshekhar Reddy Garu to go by it and to try and do it. Now, if you see, that is also flooded. ORR as a commercial enterprise, you have seen that, the bid on the ORR toll, has invited so many people that ultimately it went on to some guy. But that is the future. If you don't think of future, now we are part of RRR. And Chief Minister and Deputy Chief Minister requested center's intervention. And absolute funding should be given by the central government. He requested for that. And because you all know how the state finance system, is going. So keeping on that, our chief minister has requested prime minister for 100% involvement of their funds. But unfortunately, they're not coming forward with full funds. So we would, it's on the political gamble, we may not try to put it on full front. We are just planning and thinking of how to do that. The first layer that I mean to say is overall, from city to overall is the first angle, from overall to triple R, and from triple R to other area, we would like to put it in clusters. When overall to triple R, we will develop, like if you have 12 verticals, we are also planning with 13 or 14 verticals, like we would like to involve sports, a sports city, where the anchor partners will be coming. In this 12 clusters or 13 clusters, what we are planning to create, the key partner will be selected from your industry, from your infrastructure project partner. The collaboration with international players will be deeply appreciated, because we want to create a beautiful township there, where industry will be there, where residential areas will be there, and also see that it's a fully comprehensive city, catering to the needs of each and every citizen who stays there. So we are looking out for the anchor partner who can develop on a PPP model or some other model which is more viable for the state. So this is our angle, and post triple R, we are going for agri-based industries. We have red zones which creates lots of emission. We are trying to cater certain extent of land for those people, so that that nature or the habitat will not be disturbed. And we are trying to create agro-based industries. So the new industrial policy will we will reflect more. And later after, we would like to request Reddy to have one more meeting after our budget session. We finish our full-fledged budget session, because then we will have our full vision of our government. Then you can think of what to do or what not to do. Before that, I request CII also to give your inputs, because the budget is almost on the verge of finalization, the state budget. So if you give us the inputs, that can facilitate few of the demands in the requests from your industry, so that a beautiful environment will be created and enhanced. Somebody would have done good previously. I promise you, on behalf of Chief Minister, we will do it better. We will do the best. We will do the best. That is our commitment. So with this few insights or deliberation, what I made with you, so I would like to conclude by saying, so this sort of a workshop or this sort of a seminar, what in a few hours from now, you'll be discussing on different aspects on 12 or 13 verticals what CII has. I wish and hope this summit or this meeting shall focus on short-term and long-term goals of infrastructure and real estate. And I hope to see your partnership with the state will go a long way. We will try to create some sort of an ecosystem wherein all the key players from all over the nation, we are not targeting the nation because of all your competitors. All the key players from all over the globe should think that they have to have a presence in Telangana, especially in Hyderabad. I thank you for giving this opportunity. I thank you one and all.
I'll just take 1 minute.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, with the permission of the Honorable Minister Garu. Sir, thank you very much for your guarantees to the industry, and also very exhaustive and comprehensive your government vision, ideas, proposals, And you have given a really direction, not only to this summit, to all our industrial colleagues and associations also. And, thank you very much, sir. Sir, one thing is, sir, people have different notions, but it's a debatable. As for if you see the development, you yourself said development, different periods. From 2006 onwards, if you see the development is many folds, because it is out of the box thinking of the industry and as well as the government. At that time, no FSA policy is brought in. So that is the ultimate that has given a brand value to the Hyderabad. It should not be disturbed. Maybe there are internal lacunas. Some people have played with that. That should be rectified. That should be corrected. That will give, because if we twinkle with the geo, we lose the brand value. There are certain internal mechanisms which has to be rectified. Definitely, we are with you, sir, and request all the builders associations, builders friends to have brainstorming and give the inputs to the government, sir. And sir, CII, with a vision, they have started 10 center of excellences in the country, sir. One of the center of excellences, with the help of the government, state government, when Rashid Reddy was there, we have a CII center of excellence here, Indian Green Building Council. We have so far registered 12,000 odd projects across the country, consisting of 10.82 billion square foot green footprint is registered with the CIGBC, which is second largest globally, sir. We indigenously have developed 32 ratings, and we have certified 8,000 odd building materials as a Green Pro certification. We have done extremely well, sir. And many of our developers sitting here also, they are adopting IGBC rating, and the government they themselves are adopting, even our secretariat, our police command control, even TSIC has a MOU with us. R&D is doing, everybody is doing, sir. We are with whatever the sustainability factor is there. We are already adopting. We want to, in fact, went to next level of doing it is last rating. That is the certification level, is mandatory also. We ourselves is recommending for the large projects, sir. Data centers, sir, IGBC is the best solution. They are saving almost 30 to 40% energy, sir. Most of the data centers in the country are rated by IGBC, sir. I'm proud to say that. And most of our second generation are into industry. They're all adopting new technology, sir. They're all here. Most of the young people are here. They're adopting innovative ideas, AI, whatever the technology you spoke, they're all adopting. So there is another good sign for Hyderabad also, sir. And I think some suggestion maybe we can discuss later. We can create 2-bedroom across the country without spending a single rupee from government under PPP model, under barter deal, sir. So it's possible. That system we can come and discuss, sir. Definitely, we are whatever you said, we are with you, sir. Thank you very much. Over to Sai Prasad for concluding remarks.
Thank you, Chairman Garu. Sridhar Babu Garu, Honorable Minister for IT, Industries, Commerce, Government of Telangana. Shri Dana Kishore Garu, IAS Principal Secretary, Government of Telangana. Shekhar Reddy Garu, Shrikant Reddy, Gautam Reddy Garu, and Mr. Sheikh Shamiuddin. Dignitaries, officials from the government, captains of industry, friends and friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to everybody. It's my privilege to deliver the closing remarks. We were hoping that the Honorable Chief Minister would be with us today, but he is not here in person, but he is in mind and spirit, and all his thoughts and actions is what we are discussing today to implement. Sridhar Babu Garu, Honorable Minister, mentioned several points. I just want to give a highlight of few of them. He mentioned 1991, how the Government of India under Prime Minister Narasimha Rao changed the facet of our country. I think the Musi River project also will be similar project for the state of Telangana and for the city of Hyderabad. I think we're going to be talking about this project not today, but maybe 30 years from now as to how it has revitalized our state.
And the other concept that I wanted to highlight, what the Honorable Minister said, is about sustainability between governments and between as governments change. And, I'm originally from Tamil Nadu, sir. I was born and brought up in Tamil Nadu. I was in the US for about 20 years and I came back to Hyderabad 20 years ago. What I see as a difference between Chennai, Bangalore, and Hyderabad specifically ever since I've come back is that irrespective of which government has been there in Hyderabad, they always look at progress and growth. They're not looking at trying to undo what an earlier government did. So I think that's the success and the beauty of Hyderabad. And I see that's why Hyderabad is progressing much better than Bangalore and Chennai in many, many metrics. So I can say that. So thank you. Thank you, sir. Lastly, I would like to thank all delegates from industry who are here, academia and government, and also the media that is present at the program. I want you to carry that message that the government is here for sustainability and growth across all sectors. Real estate is what, and infrastructure is what we are here to discuss today, but it doesn't stop here. It starts about all other industries also. If real estate does well, I think all the other industries will do well. I also think about sustainability from a pricing factor. I think the cost of infrastructure or the cost of land or the cost of housing should be affordable and should be kept affordable so that it attracts more and more people into our great city and our great state. With these few thoughts, I thank you all once again. I wish this program a great success. Thank you. Namaste. Before we dismiss, may I request our chairman to hand over a memento to Minister, sir? May I request Mr. Reddy to hand over a small token of memento to Mr. Dhanakishore? Thank you, everyone. We formally close the inaugural session. May I request all of you to assemble back in 15 minutes for the next technical session? Thank you.
Okay.
Check, check. Check, hello, hello, hello. Check. Hello, hello. Hello, check, hello. Hello, 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 check, check, hello. Hello, 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 check, hello, 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 check. Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Check. Hello. Hello.